Hi, good afternoon, everyone. This is Melvin here. I'm alone today. Today is Wednesday. Mio is away. He told me immediately after that show on Monday, he said he has another assignment. So, nevertheless, I'm here with you. This is Wednesday. It's been a cool day, the cool morning. It's shower in Kel, in my area early in the morning. I think something like 5 o'clock in the morning to 7 plus. So it's a cold weather now. Contrary to my sisters in LA, it's burning hot. They tell me they've been complaining. It's last 2 weeks is over 40 centigrades. Now it's 38, 39. Cool down. But we are having a wet season. Talking about that wet season, this morning, in fact, yesterday evening, I heard that Bali got another so-called case running floods. So it says about. Let me share with you. In Bali Kedah. Yes, do you see that? It says here, Bali hit by flash floods. 130 people were evacuated. Yes. Bali has been badly hit recently. Still fresh in my memory. Our Prime Minister Ismail, when he came on board as a Prime Minister last year, his first so-called official visit was in Bali, was because of the floods. That happens a year, slightly more than a year, but it was so frequent. Even yesterday, last evening, affect 130 people. I saw a video. I saw that the water that's gushing into the kampong. It's not a joke, So 130 people from 37 families were housed in two temporary evacuation centers after two mukim in the district were hit by flash floods just yesterday afternoon. So no joke. It's a wet weather, and we are facing now in Malaysia, and we all have to take extra precautions. I think as I've been telling, repeating myself for last 2 weeks, I hope all the managers, all the local councils, the respective authorities, please make sure all the rivers, the debris, rubbish, drainage systems, and those trees that need to be trimmed, please add immediately. Don't add after the event. So it's quite pitiful. I hope everything is all right in Bali. Okay, what are we bring in today? Let me see. Yes, it's something very shameful. as I say here, the title of today, yes, we are truly civilized. But I'm saying it's shameful. Why? Because let me share this with you. I'm going to believe when I read this article. Yes, plants worth over 600,000 ringgit destroyed during National Day parade. Isn't it a crying shame? This happens in our own eyes. 600,000 worth of plants. That's a lot that has been destroyed. This is what happened during National Parade. That was just last week, August 31st. DPK reported nearly 500,000, or it's actually more than 500,000, of decorative plants, and with estimations of 620,000 ringgit near Dataran Merdeka were damaged during the National Day parade. I think it's something I'm not proud of, you guys, because how could you make such a damage? You don't talk about that now that we are affected by economy. We shouldn't do that. Do you like people that, I mean, let's say you potted your plants and all these things, people damage your plants? This because it's public. And I tell you why I'm so upset, because it's public. I own part of the plants too. It's our money. So the mayor of TBKL, Datuk Sri Mahadi, said the turnout of August 31st was extraordinary high, and many landscape plants near Dataran Merdeka were destroyed. So DPKL is identified if any of the plants can be saved. I tell you, it's 620,000 ringgit. That's a lot. That's really a lot. And of course, we need to replant, and I have to caution DPKL, please look into your audit, make sure the right amount is spent for replanting, no hanky-panky. So, because photos and video was showing people tramping on the plants that went viral. Shame on these people is actually going to the Etna Hall of Shame. You know, you guys are despicable. You know, it's not a wartime that you're running out for cover, airplanes bombing KL and all these things. So, I think, yeah, it lauded for patriotism, but it's not lauded. I think that's hooligans rather than patriotism. All right. So the turnout was double of what it estimated. It was estimated 50,000 people, but turned out over 100,000 people. But that's not right for you to damage public properties. And Etna always receives such reports. Nothing on this parade, but vandalisms, you know, it sprays all those graffitis on walls and all these things, you know. So we must love our country, must love our public properties, to not damage it, right? So it says here, the people obviously do not care about the surrounding or care about the beautifications that the efforts has been made to beautify the city. And it's on the city everywhere in Malaysia, everywhere in the world. Do not destroy things, right? So this is a lot of effort, a lot of money has been invested, and you guys are out of control. I say this is not just like a wartime that you have to rush for covers or earthquake or something like you know. You can't. It's simply you can't do that. I mean, this is real crying shame. I don't know about how you all feel, but I'm not, because I'm a plant lover. And this morning I actually, my family, we have a family group. My brother in Brunei actually planted a lot of plants. We do not know. Yesterday he showed us lovely plants, and he said he quit smoking 1 or 2 years ago, and devote his time rather than smoking into planting. He plants a lot of plants in his house, in the compound, and all this. It's lovely. You know, I fall in love with it. He has probably a very good green fingers, not me. You know, so people, please love the public properties, regardless whatever it is. There's the government has invested a lot of money, and this comes from us as public funds as well. Please do not destroy. In fact, you should, when you see that, you should ask people, please maintains our properties, our surroundings in a nice manner. So I hope that this doesn't happen anywhere again, regardless of whatever event. Please take care. All right. So this is something I need to share because it was a crying shame. It's very shameful. And what's next? The next is something also very we have touched on this on job scam. Yes, this is happening a lot. I mean, we know our country are facing a lot of jobs, so-called economic difficulties. A lot of people are trying to work outside the country where there's a lot of promises, but most of these promises are too unbelievable. It's to pay you high and all these things, and people trapped into it. And what happened to this? Our minister, Dr. Sri Saifuddin, says here 195 Malaysians have been reported into job scams abroad as of September 2nd. 195. This is official reported, but I can tell you that the unofficial probably is 10 times more. So our foreign minister say that number comprised of 148 victims. Our 195 actually fell into job scams in Cambodia, right? And I believe MCA Bureau also saved a lot of victims when the family reports that fly them back, and they have to pay compromise and not compensates those agencies to get their children back. So 148 victims in Cambodia, 22 in Laos, 2 in Myanmar, and 23 in Thailand. That's a lot. Of this number, 65 victims were rescued from Cambodia, 10 from Laos, 2 from Myanmar, and 10 from Thailand. So the Foreign Ministry also working closely with the Loyal Malaysia Police and the authorities of the above countries towards ensuring the safe returns of these victims. So a lot of this, I was told, they advertise in social media. So I have been reporting such. If I feel that's a bit dubious, I report to Facebook that it might be a scam, to ask them to look into this. I think everyone should do the same, because a lot of youngsters actually refer to social media and they got excited because of the good pay and all the promises, and they fell into it. So all the reports and documents were received on the cases will be channeled to relevant authorities of the state countries to further actions. And I hope the Royal Police also work with the respective countries, the police of the respective countries, and actually have a check. Why are these happening in their country? It doesn't bring any grammar or names to them. Tell them they have to be also investing why these job scams happen in their own country, right? So Dato Sri Saifuddin also advised job scam victims or their family members to lodge police report to assist in investigation. Please, if you have your children going out there and you do not hear from them, don't drag report to the police immediately. So he also says, similarly, always be wary of job offer abroad, especially those with very promising salaries. Yes, those are giving you dreams, and the youngster always fell into these traps. So the victims can contact the Consular Assistance Unit for Malaysia abroad at this email address, pkrm@kln.gov.my, and all citizens abroad are advised to register with the nearest Malaysian missions. Yes, it's a good idea, but normally what I have heard from reporting, when these so-called job seekers successfully apply and say, yes, you got a job, they would have agents locally in Malaysia, and they fly to the other respective country, and they will be received immediately, and they will be taken from there, from the airport. So there will be not any chances for them to report to the local counselors, or of that place and all these things. And you ask them to report to the email that you're given just in the newspaper, they will not be able to access to all these facilities anymore. Their passport will be taken away. They will be once they reach the airports of this respective country, they will just be so-called escorted to the places, unknown places. So they're out of the world context. And I saw some video. I wanted to show everyone, but it's so inhuman. They will be beaten. They will be electrocuted. Until they are falsely so-called obedient to what these candidates wants them to do. And they also trade. If they find it, someone give a higher price in this country, they will sell them off, like human trades, for the other agents. So that's why was reported also that those Malaysian family who have to compensate close to 100,000 ringgit to compensate these agents to get their children back into Malaysia. So I hope the government look into this seriously. Job scams, it happens every minute, and I hope that social media, those people who are like me, who refer to social media, when you see any such advertisements, report to respective platform. Say that it could be dubious, it could be a scams, so that the so-called platform owners will look into it. Please report this. So this is the two articles I'd like to share with you because I felt it's very serious. First, I couldn't believe what I've read. People stamps into plants, so-called in celebration of National Day. I think it's not in celebration of your hooligans attitude. You're taking the good name of National so-called Independence Day to show your evil side of yourself, the bad side of yourself. You don't care about public properties. I hope that your change immediately. And second is that job scams in Malaysia is getting very drastic. Everyone is involved. Everyone is worried about the children. Please, we also keep an eye. And what I could advise is those people who refer to social media, who like me, when see such advertisements, please report to the platform and advise them whether to check on it. All right, so at least we do our part. And last but not least, and I hope everything goes back to normal in Baling. They have been suffering a lot. I pity them. Please bring up the issue to the authorities, to your state assemblymen, to your MP. Demand for them for immediate actions. Yes, it's your rights because you voted for them, and this because the suffer is to you guys. You all need to demand immediate actions. So that's about it from me today, and I see you on Monday, and I hope Mio will be back. So every one of you, please take care, and I see you and enjoy your weekend too. All right, goodbye.